To the person that wanted the Barbfry chicken for Valentine's, I hope this reaches you. And just so you know, I have many more Barbfry recipe on my page because that's one of my favorite things to do. And although I may tweak them a little, they always come out tasting good and you're gonna love it too. Now, as a part of the wash your meat culture, the first thing we do, I wash down my meat, clean up the slime, cut off all the excess fat, and I hit it with some of our very own, very necessary island spiced oil. I rub that in thoroughly, and then I went in with some Creole seasoning. Use some all-purpose if you prefer that. I refer that you have some onion powder, some garlic powder, some red crushed pepper if you like spice. And if that's not enough, we're going with some salt-free seasoning. Now sprinkle it on anywhere you want, but make sure you get your hand in there and rub them in good. Rub all those seasoning into the chicken like this. Lift up the skin, any little crevice that you slit or tear open to get out extra fat from between the muscle. Rub seasoning and all of them parts. And then we just cover that down and put it for marinate. Me actually marinate it overnight. When we get ready to fry it, me season some all-purpose flour with some of the same seasonings that me use for the chicken. All except Creole. If you find that you always get a fried chicken salt, it may be because you're over seasoning the flour. Don't do that. If you already seasoned the chicken thoroughly, no need to over season the flour. As a matter of fact, if you have salt-free seasonings, you can use those in your flour. Once you get all the seasoning of the all-purpose flour, mix it in thoroughly. Now, one time, make we prep the barbecue sauce. Some of your favorite barbecue sauce. You can use some pineapple juice, some guava juice, any natural juice you have. I use some orange juice, some hot pepper, and a little of our very own, very necessary peach jerk seasoning. Click the orange basket above my username to get it. Use a spoon and mix that in evenly, just to incorporate all the flavors. By the time we don't do that, we flour the chicken, sit a little, so now it's time to fry. Your favorite frying oil, you can add some aromatics. I added some scallion, but you can add pepper, onion, garlic, anything you want you can add to the oil. Add your chicken, don't overcrowd the pot. Also remember, don't make the oil over hot, because if the oil too hot, once you put in the chicken, your flour will start burn, and you don't want that. Once you get them in there, spin them over and over until they fry. Then you remove them from the frying oil and straight into the barbecue sauce over me. Lather that baby up in there, over, round and round, get it in all the crevice. And then I like to put it on a baking sheet on some parchment paper. Easy clean up. And then we put it back in the oven on 360 for 15 minutes. They come out perfect all the time. You see how them look nice and shiny and saucy, but if you touch them, you notice no sauce now come up on my finger. All the barbecue sauce is sticked onto the chicken. Perfect. It's not too dry, but it definitely not wetty. Many times when I hear people say they don't like Barbfry, it's just because maybe the final product too saucy when they make it. You want it nice and sticky. So just like you eat fried chicken, this was perfect. You can serve this up with anything. And the funny thing about this, if you eat it with some rice or some mashed potato, you don't want no sauce. That's how good this is. However, whatever drippings of sauce you go down on the parchment paper, you can scrape off that and use it as your sauce because it is so flipping good. I served this up with some raisin bread that I made. It's not sweet. And this was exactly what I feel for. It was so good. Busting. Happy Valentine's Day.